Imagine this. It's early. The world is still half asleep, and the air carries that soft chill only autumn brings. You pull the curtains aside, and golden light spills across the floor, gentle, quiet, unhurried. Outside, leaves are falling without sound, each one surrendering to gravity like it's the most natural thing in the world. The kettle hums. You wrap your hands around a warm cup, and for a moment, just one, everything feels enough. There's no rush. No need to improve, to fix, to optimize. Just stillness. And the quiet rhythm of being alive. You used to think peace was something to find. A state waiting somewhere beyond the noise. But maybe it's not hiding. Maybe it's been here all along, whispering in the background of your ordinary life. You've been told that calm must be earned, that to feel rested, you must escape. Book a weekend away, buy something scented, sign up for something new. We live in a world that sells healing like a product. Peace has been turned into a market. Retreats that promise renewal. Self-help lists that promise happiness. A constant invitation to pay your way into stillness. But no retreat can silence a mind that refuses to slow down. No candle can teach you how to breathe. And no new location can change the habits that travel with you. Peace doesn't arrive because you paid for it. It arrives because you practice it. It's built quietly, in the pauses between doing and wanting. It begins when you start saying no to things that drain you, and yes to the simplicity that already exists. Healing was never meant to look glamorous. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't announce itself. It shows up quietly, in small acts of permission. Permission to rest when you're tired. Permission to step away. Permission to do less and mean more. Outside, the trees understand this perfectly. They let go without guilt, trusting that release is part of survival. They don't rush to replace what's gone. They know that rest isn't laziness. It's preparation for growth. Maybe you need that too. A season of rest. A season of trusting that you don't need to keep adding to be whole. The quiet life isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what matters slowly enough to feel it. We've built lives so full of noise that silence feels uncomfortable. If there's a pause, we reach for distraction. A screen, a scroll, a plan. But the calm you crave can't compete with constant input. To heal, you must relearn the art of being with yourself. Not performing, not producing, not curating. Just being. Start small. Sit by a window without a phone. Notice the patterns of light moving across the floor. Listen to the wind against the glass. Feel how your body responds when nothing is required of it. This is where peace begins. Not in the next version of you, but in the one that finally stops running. You don't have to wait for the right setting. You can begin right where you are. In the middle of dishes, deadlines, or dinner. Every quiet act you allow yourself teaches your nervous system that safety doesn't depend on escape. It depends on presence. Even the smallest ritual, lighting a candle at dusk, taking a slow walk, breathing before you speak, becomes medicine when done with awareness. The quiet life isn't distant, it's ordinary. And that's what makes it so powerful. As the air grows colder and the days shorten, the world begins to slow. Autumn doesn't rush to keep what it cannot hold. It lets go leaf by leaf, trusting that release makes room for life to return. You can live this way too. You can decide that not every moment must be full. That quiet is not wasted. That resting is not giving up. You don't owe the world constant movement. You owe yourself moments of stillness. Start small. Protect 10 quiet minutes each day. Turn down the noise, the scrolling, the background hum of urgency. Step outside without your phone. Listen to the season instead. Notice how peace isn't complicated. It arrives when you stop chasing what you already have. The quiet life isn't about leaving everything behind. It's about returning. To breath, to rhythm, to what is real. Even simple routines can become acts of healing. Make the same cup of tea each morning. Light a candle when the light fades. Walk the same path through the park until it feels like home again. Consistency is a language of safety. It tells your body, you are allowed to rest here. Like the trees, you are allowed to let go of what no longer serves you. You don't have to bloom all year long. Some seasons are for quiet roots. One day, as you move through another ordinary morning, you'll realize something has changed. The noise that once felt constant has softened. The world didn't slow down, but you did. You'll notice that calm no longer feels like something you have to reach for. It's something that meets you halfway. You already have what you were looking for. Time that can be savored. A body that knows how to rest. A home that can hold stillness. You don't need a new life to feel peace. You need a gentler way of living this one. So begin where you are. Clear one small corner of your day from noise. End your evenings without screens. Just watching the light fade. Breathe until your body remembers that safety isn't earned. It's felt. Healing doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less and noticing more. And when life becomes loud again, you'll know how to return. To the breath, to the stillness, to yourself. Because peace was never missing. It was only waiting for you to stop and see it. Tomorrow morning, when the light spills across the floor, pause. Let the world move without you for a moment. Breathe deeply. Listen to the kettle hum. Feel the quiet weight of being alive. This is your practice. Not an escape, but a way of coming home. No purchases. No programs. No retreats. Just you, choosing to live more gently than yesterday. And if this message helped you slow down, if it reminded you that peace is already yours, I'd love for you to stay. Subscribe to the Calm Habit. Keep walking this slower path with me. Because the quiet life isn't about having less. It's about finally noticing how much you already have.